Students who are about to graduate from high school, and many students who are in college but haven't decided their majors yet, are exploring and searching information about different fields of study that they might be interested in. In this video, I will be talking about the field of landscape architecture. First, the term landscape architecture was used by an Englishman called Gilbert Lowney Mason in his book on the landscape architecture of the great painters of Italy. In this book, he used the term to describe the Italian garden designs. Then, the term was taken by another English garden designer, John Claudius Loudon, to describe this specific type of architecture. After its English origination, the term was taken to America by a man called Andrew Jackson Downing, who admired the English garden designers. Landscape architecture was a chapter in his book about design. This, which then led to the adoption by Frederick Law Armstrong and Calvert Vaux to describe their famous landscape architecture project, which is the Central Park in New York City. After this, the term was used to describe the design of all outdoor areas, landmarks, and structures. So basically, a major part of a landscape architect's job is to come up with design ideas and draw them down on paper. It might not look really hard, but the knowledge involved in this plan drawing need years of professional training and practice, which includes graphic representations, spatial composition, master plan drawing, section drawing, and perspective drawing. Also, landscape architects need to know numerous softwares that will help them in their work, like Photoshop, AutoCAD, and 3D modeling applications. Not only knowledge about landscape architecture itself, professionals are also required to understand the natural environment, like geography, plant biology, soil science, and much more. In a landscape architecture school, students will learn through lecturing, studio works, software classes, and more importantly, learn by visiting foreign countries in study abroad programs to study the works done by the masters in landscape architecture from ancient times to modern era. After completing a landscape architecture program and passing the landscape architecture registration exam, students will be able to enter their workplace and start to do real landscape projects. But for professional landscape architects, a project is not just simply about finishing the design. They will also encounter all different kinds of stakeholders. So in order for a project to be successful, landscape architects have to collaborate well with clients, construction team, their fellow landscape architects, and of course, with months or even years of hard working. So all of these inputs can come together and become the beautiful parks and streets for people to see and use. Landscape architecture is everywhere in people's lives. There are hundreds and thousands of good landscape architecture projects in the United States and other countries around the world. For example, Central Park, which I mentioned earlier, Highline Park in New York City, Google Headquarter in California, Banff Wildlife Overpass in Canada that provides safe pathways for wild animals to cross the Trans-Canada Highway, and Garden Spider Bay in Singapore. Landscape architects are versatile designers who not only optimize our human usage of the space, but also strive for conserving the natural environment, considering issues about sustainability and ecological well-being. A landscape architect's job is to enhance the environment and inspire others. Thank you for watching.